It's time to get things started on the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, situational. This is what we call the Dynasty.
An all-star fantasy football experience.
Stop everything. Seek shelter. Run for the hills. We have ourselves breaking news from the world of the Dynasty.
Yes, welcome to the Dynasty Podcast. This is Commissioner Eric Costanza. I'd like to welcome everyone here to the show. I hope that everyone is having or will have, or is currently having, or already had, depending on when you're listening to this, a very, very happy Thanksgiving. I wanted to thank everyone in the league here. I think we've had a very, successful season from a competitive standpoint, and I know that I sent an email out a couple of weeks or so ago with a little bit of an update with what's going on here with me, and which has obviously affected a bit of my commissionership. I know that you veteran coaches are used to, or maybe used to me doing a little bit more for the league as far as interactivity, more podcasts, more tweets, more gazettes and things like that. I apologize. It's something that, I just didn't have time for, and I need to kind of focus on other things. But I hope to be in a place where next year going forward, that is something I will do more often. That being said, I still think that this league has more interactivity than any other league I've ever known. So if there's only more to come, then, hopefully that's good news for you. And of course, this off season, we will be having our off season email meetings where I very much want to hear everyone's opinions in regards to these things, as well as many other things. So a lot more to come with this. This particular show is tailored towards the fact that at the time I'm recording this on November 21st, the night of, it is the official Dynasty 15 Trade Deadline. Always a epic and highlighted moment here in the season. In years past, we've had just crazy amounts of trades and things occurring on trade deadline night. I think back to actually last year where I believe we had every single team make a trade on trade deadline day or night. Maybe there was one, I forget now, but we either had all teams or there was one team that didn't. We had just a crazy amount of trades last year. This year, things are actually a lot different. We only had 2 trades, but I am here to announce them. So, without further ado, I will actually announce the first trade, which is a trade, that I am involved in. And I am trading with the Milltown Killers, and I am receiving Keenan Allen and a 9th round pick. In return, the Killers is receiving a 7th round pick, and then 2 late round picks, a 15th and a 16th round pick. So that is a trade that has occurred. It's interesting from a value standpoint what occurs on trade deadline day night. Obviously, the pendulum swings over towards the team or the coach that maybe is buying, because again the seller is now like, all right, I'll basically take whatever I can get. Now I think there's probably certain lines that would be, that wouldn't be crossed. For example, I doubt I could have gotten Keenan Allen for a 12th round pick, for example. But that being said, probably as of last week, actually I know as of last week, I wasn't able to get Keenan Allen for this particular trade. So Obviously there were a lot of teams that, reached out to the league through various methods, informing us all that, that there were sellers out there. And, so it is what it is. Very interesting. So the second trade that has occurred is a trade involving Yoy Soy Fiesta and Make America Gronk Again. By the way, congratulations on their first victory here last week. Yoy Soy is receiving running back Matt Breida, and Gronk Again is getting in return Devontae Freeman, who Yoy Soy actually I think just picked up recently off of waivers of the free agent list there. And they are also receiving a 9th round pick. So, Gronk Again is, obviously just basically do anything to, really get anything to help them out for the future. Totally makes sense from both parts here. Getting a 9th for Breida, makes sense. And then they're also getting Devonta Freeman as well. So, I would be kind of surprised if he is keeper material next year. I think, you probably want to shoot higher, but you never know what may happen over the offseason, what acquisitions may occur on the Falcons and elsewhere. And, and maybe Freeman will be healthy and the guy, maybe Tevin Coleman will be gone and maybe for whatever reason, Freeman may be looked at as a, top echelon, number one running back going into next year. Certainly possible. So definitely makes sense. So those are the two trades that that took place. We're in the part of the season here. We got 4 weeks left of the regular season. We're in the heart, the stretch run. We really have, I think, 6 real contenders for those 5 playoff spots. That being said, Darnold Palmer is certainly still kind of hanging around at 6-5. I've seen crazier shit happen, let me tell you. But I think, unless a lot happens, which is possible, but unless a lot happens, I'd say Palmer's probably on the outside looking in. And then there's going to be one other team between Yoy Soy, Scoopers, Virginia Beach Warriors, who just took the lead in the Central, Jive Turkeys, Mr. Primetime, and the Senators. One of those teams is not going to make the playoffs. The question is who? And also the question is who will win the divisions? Who will get the number 1 seed? Who will then... Shut your mouth. Who will get the number 1 seed? Who will then call out their opponent? And then who will be the 3 teams fighting in the first round in a triple threat ladder match? Sorry, minus the ladder. Got a little carried away there. So anyway, thanks for listening, everyone. Any feedback, shoot it along my way. Good luck to everyone this week and going forward. It's been a fun season. We will certainly be reconvening as a league once the season ends. Maybe I hope to have another podcast heading into the playoffs. But anyway, until then, over and out.
Thank you for listening to the Dynasty Podcast. To hear more podcasts in your ear holes, subscribe to the show on YouTube. Or don't. The choice is yours.